Rocky unlocked the door and stepped inside his house when he suddenly heard a man's voice talking and laughing in the garden. His heart started beating faster as he quietly walked towards the garden. Hiding behind the wall, he peeked into the garden, and what he saw left him shocked. His wife, the person he trusted the most in the world, was resting her head on another man's shoulder and laughing. Seeing this unbelievable scene, Rocky felt his head spin. Rocky's wife, Priya, was a very good and honest woman. One day, Priya said to her husband,
No stranger has ever seen me, but this crow sitting on the wall looks at me with bad intentions every day. I feel very uncomfortable. Please make the walls higher and put a roof over the whole house.
Hearing this, Rocky thanked God for having such a loyal wife. The next day, he covered the yard with a roof. A few days later, Rocky and Priya were sitting in the yard when they noticed some bugs crawling on the ground. Priya said,
No one has ever touched me, but sometimes these bugs climb onto my body and it feels very bad. Please spray something here to kill them all.
Hearing such things from his wife, Rocky started trusting her completely. He also fell deeply in love with her. A few days later, Rocky had to go to another city for business. Before leaving, he told Priya to lock the door properly, saying he would return in 2 days. Rocky left but soon remembered he had forgotten something important at home. He turned back. He had a spare key to the house so that if he returned late at night, he wouldn't have to wake Priya up. He could unlock the door and enter quietly. When Rocky entered the house and walked toward the room, he heard a man's voice coming from the garden. He quietly walked over and hid behind a wall to see what was happening. There, on a bench in the garden, he saw Priya leaning her head on another man's shoulder. Rocky was shocked. His world seemed to fall apart. He felt cheated and heartbroken. The house which he had already transferred to Priya's name out of love now felt worthless to him. Without saying anything to Priya, he quietly left and decided never to return. He moved to another city and shifted his entire business there. In the new city, Rocky had a friend named Sanjay, who was very rich and lived in a big house. One day, Sanjay said to Rocky, "Friend, I'm worried and confused. Every day, something valuable goes missing from my house. I need your help to find the thief." As they were talking, another friend of Sanjay named Nomi entered the house. Rocky noticed something strange about him. He was walking on his toes, not letting his full feet touch the ground. Seeing this, Sanjay smiled and said,
My friend Nomi is very kind-hearted. He doesn't want to kill any bugs under his feet, so he walks on his toes.
Hearing this, Rocky told Sanjay to listen to him privately. When they were alone, Rocky said,
Sanjay, your thief is none other than your friend Nomi. To prove it, we need to watch him secretly in the garden tonight.
That night, while everyone pretended to sleep, Rocky and Sanjay hid in the garden. Soon they saw Nomi sneaking out of his room with a golden decoration piece. He gave it to someone waiting near the door, who quickly ran away with it. Sanjay was surprised. He couldn't believe his kind-hearted friend was a thief. Rocky, however, didn't share his own story, that Priya had gained his trust in the same way but was not loyal to him. She had cheated on him just like Nomi had fooled Sanjay. Moral of the story: blind trust can sometimes lead to heartbreak. It's important to look beyond appearances and actions before placing complete faith in someone.